Whatever shit, Timmy's here. Now, almost every year, it's always really cool to talk about films that you don't really have any anticipation for, but you do watch and was like, okay, that's not so bad. Like, of course, these are called movie surprises. So I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 movie surprises of 2022. A list of of films that I was not really anticipating or wasn't all that excited for, but turned out to be much better than I had any anticipation for. So here is my official top 10 list. All right. Coming in at number 10, actually, majority of my films are going to be Christmas films, by the way. So I know Christmas just ended, but hey, number 10, I'm going to go with Christmas with You. I mean, I'm not really a big Hallmark guy or anything like that, but I gotta say, this Christmas review with Freddie Prinze Jr., Lucifer Girl, Amy Garcia, I thought was a really cute film. Here, Freddie Prinze Jr. I thought was really decent. Amy Garcia was like their chemistry. I thought was really decent to watch. Of course, it had like a bit of a "Marry Me" feel to it, which I actually enjoyed "Marry Me," but I think this actually did the "Marry Me" plot a little better. But I had a fun time. I thought it was like a really decent film. Amy Garcia, who knew that girl could sing? Like she really had some really cool music talents here. Hey, I've had a crush on her ever since the George Lopez show. Come on, she is always just awesome. But yeah, and seeing Freddie Prinze Jr. back on screen, that was cool. So not a bad film there. All right, number 9 is another Christmas based film. I did not really anticipate much, and that is the Lindsay Lohan film Falling for Christmas. Most people probably disagree, and that's cool. But I had a fun time with this one. Of course, it wasn't Overboard ripoff, which okay, there's that. But I thought Lindsay Lohan really played a part really well. Chord Overstreet, which of course I did saw both Lindsay Lohan and Chord on at the premiere for this when I went back in November. I thought they had decent chemistry. Like the one who played Chord Overstreet starred. I thought still lots of scenes. I thought this was a really cute, charming film worth checking out. So if you guys haven't seen it, give it a go. It's even better than most Hallmark movies in my opinion. So there's that. All right. Number 8, another Christmas film, and that is HBO Max's A Christmas Story Christmas. Now, I was at least a little intrigued to see this, but of course they did do a Christmas Story sequel, which was terrible. So I was like, is this going to be as bad as that? Is this just going to be a long wait? What's going on here? It was really good. I mean, Pierre Billingsley still has it as Ralphie. He plays the part perfectly once again. Seeing the original cast members come back was really decent. Uh, you know, really brought back what made the original Christmas Story terrific. I just thought this was a really decent watch, and yeah, like I've said this before, this was the Top Gun Maverick of Christmas Story films, and it worked perfectly. So there's that. All right, number 7, a film that I thought the trailer looked terrible for, and that is Confess Fletch. Like I bagged on this trailer when it first was released, and I still decided to see it because I thought the reviews, like saw the early reviews, the reviews were not so bad, and so I saw it, and that's of course Confess Fletch. Now I might even prefer this over the Chevy Chase film, which I like the Chevy Chase one, but I might even prefer this one over that one. I just thought John Hamm, he ain't no Chevy Chase, let's prefer it, but I know he played this part well. This had lots of fun laughs to it. The mystery aspect was really cool. Directed by Greg Mottola, who's directed comedies I've enjoyed, like Superbad, did a great job with this. It's a really fun watch in my opinion, and they're already talking about possibly doing another one, so we'll see if that actually is the case. All right, number 6, Smile. Now, I just thought this was going to be like a truth or dare situation. Like, this movie is just going to be the generic horror films that just come and go. But no, Smile. I can't believe how good this movie was. I mean, it was very creepy. Sosie Bacon was terrific here. It had some really cool scares survive, great performances. I mean, I forgot the director's name. I think his name is Parker Flynn. I think he did a good job directing this. It's a really decent watch in my opinion, and I'll definitely down to see another Smile in the future. All right, number 5, another Christmas movie, and that is Violent Night. Now, I thought the trailer was decent and everything, but I did not expect how good this movie was going to be. I mean, I just thought Violent Night was excellent. It like David Harbour slayed it here. The violence was great. John Leguizamo was terrific, hands down. The performances. Come on, Beverly D'Angelo was great in this. It's a terrific watch. They're already talked about possibly doing a sequel, so I'm definitely down to see another one if they make one. But yeah, I just adore this movie a lot. And if you guys have not seen it, go check it out. Most people probably won't really see it now because Christmas is over, but I still say see. I mean, seeing Santa just slay people is always fun to watch. So there's that. All right, number four, Hellraiser. Now the last few Hellraiser movies were abysmal, so I did not really have too much anticipation for this. But I thought this new Hellraiser really had lots of cool stuff going for it. I thought the performance by Jamie Clayton was terrific. It was a really entertaining watch. The performance, I already said, but the performances was decent. It was creepy, very bloody at times. I call this the best Hellraiser movie since Hellraiser 2. And that's how, of course, not saying much, but still, it is a really decent watch. I mean, Hulu, of course, with Prey. I could have added that one on my list, but the top three I've enjoyed a little more. But yeah, this is a really decent watch. And I'm definitely not seeing another Hellraiser if they make a better new one in the future. So yeah, anyway. Number three, I'm gonna go off the first kill. Now, I actually was interested in this, but the one that really lowered my expectation was the filmmaker on board. Of course, this is directed by William Brent Bell, who directed. He did do the first Boy, which I enjoyed, but he did do the second Bronze the Boy too, which I thought was terrible. He did Devil Inside was terrible. Separation was horrible. So he's not had a great track record. So when they announced that he was going to be directing this, taking over the director of Black Adam, John Clasera, who of course directed the first film, when they announced that, I was like, okay, I'm a little cautious about that one. And then of course they announced that Isabel Furman was coming back. I was like, how are you gonna make that work? Off the first kill was awesome. I did not expect this movie to be as good as it was, but holy cow, this movie crushed it. You know, the movie premiered both. I've already mentioned this before, but it premiered on both Paramount Plus and Deers, and despite that, it still made some good amount, though. So yeah, and of course, they talk about doing a third one. Hopefully, we'll get another one. So yeah, Off the First Kill is hands down an awesome watch. So definitely give that one to go. All right, number two, another horror film, and that's Barbarian. I mean, I did not expect anything. I mean, this is from the same director of Miss March. So that's a little bit odd there. But and the trailer I thought was decent, but it didn't really stack up too well. But I just thought this was an excellent film. The performances was great. Campbell is a star to look forward to. Justin Long was great. It was so creepy, very entertaining. I had a fun time with this one a lot. So definitely give this one to go. There's already talk about possible sequel to this, so I'm definitely down to see that one. But my number one most surprised film of the year, I did not even thought this movie was going to be all that good. Despite the trailer being okay, I was like, this is just going to be still terrible. And that is Four. I cannot believe how good this movie was. I mean, I thought the two leads were great. Seeing Jeffrey D. Morgan popping up in this was interesting. I mean, this movie was much better than had any intention of being. I just thought this was going to be those generic, like a generic, horror height based film, but it worked perfectly. The performances was cool. It was like got very intense at time. I was really worried for these characters, and yeah, it was a really decent watch and much better than had an A attendance being. So definitely give Four a go if you guys haven't seen that. But that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Christmas Review. 9, Falling for Christmas. 8, A Christmas Story Christmas. 7, Confess Fletch. 6, Smile. 5, Violent Night. 4, Hellraiser. 3, Orphan First Kill. 2, Barbarian. And number 1, 4. Let me lead you guys. What were some of your most surprise movies of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Timmy signing off.